Hey, I wanted to show the metal material I made and a floor tile material I made for my sci-fi scene. So this is the hay mat and uh, substance painter. And so I'll go over just the metal tile or metal emissions substance that I made. So right now this is with everything with different colors. So if we go into like the head, you can change the color of the emission. You can change the placement of the emission. So it looks like it's scanning his head on this one. Kind of cool. Then there's, like, if we go to the Y is just the up and down. I don't know if it's really going to change for how this one looks. The grunge, I'll go over that one on the head. You can see it a little better. The grunge level is like these maps that I put on there that you can see how much wear and tear has been worn through these pieces. There's two separate grunge levels depending on where you wanted the wear to be on the metal. A roughness is just like a shininess, so if you go all the way up, it really dulls it out, no light, really matte. And then if you come all the way down to black, it's real reflective. Then there's a dent intensity. It's kind of hard to see on a round cube. Maybe it'll work a little better here on the base. Turn the emission all the way down. Or I can get it out of here. Maybe it'll show it a little better on this one. I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's just a little wavy dent. So like on a big flat metal, it'll kind of give it some more waves like an aluminum sheet would. Then we'll go back to the head. And then there's scratches on there. How deep do we want our scratches to go? It's just metal, so it's like how often was something go walking through, getting scratched right there. And that was the metal I made. Then there's the floor tile, so I'll turn these off. And the floor tile, so it has like a bumpy pattern. There's tiles, missing tiles, stuff like that. The go to the head. So for this one, I went with there's tile lights that can be presented on it, depending on how high you wanted that to go. So if you wanted glowing lights, there's a range of dirt. So you can take all the dirt all the way down, turn it up a little bit. There's the color of the actual striping tiles that we can change. There is how many missing tiles did we want? If we wanted all of them to be striped tiles, if we wanted more to be missing. So there's just a range slider you can put in this. Then with the missing ones that don't have tiles, there's bumps on there, and you can take them down, and it just exposes this kind of textured material I put on there. We can turn it up. There's distorting the stripes, kind of makes them look like a tie-dye feature. If you wanted to do that. Then there's the actual fading of the tiles. Maybe they're real worn down. And there's the reflective, just if you wanted it real shiny or real matte, take no light from it. These are going to be the two materials I'm going to use for the sci-fi scene. And this is just the graphs from Substance Designer for the two materials. We go into materials, we can actually turn the emission on just so we can see it. But it started with just normal maps, some blurs, dirt, grunges, and scratches. That was going to give us this kind of surface detail that you can see right here. Then it comes off into clouds and a blend just to make sure everything's not like uniform hard scratches. I blended it with the clouds. Comes into a scaled up Perlin transform just to give it some detail on the normals. And then I didn't really know what to do because I had two normals, so they have a combine node that allowed me to combine my scratches and my bumps. There's roughness, which is our grunges blended together, and this is where I'm getting the detail to where I can play with the level of grunge intensity. There's that grunge intensity is the like matte opaqueness of these two little nodes here. The actual emission was a shape made into sharp with a level, transformed it up and down, blending the two shapes like this, and it gives you a long straight line that you can put on the ends of materials. Feels like a big plane or a big floor panel or roofing panel. Then the color, whatever color you wanted to put it on, and then that was our emissive for that one. All that gets thrown into a base material. It wasn't too crazy for the gradient map, but the base material gives everything for this part. The floor tile material was a little bit more complex. It started out as this tile shape through a tile generator with an edge detect to give the actual overall design that threw in some masks. And that's where we're getting our edges. I guess this one ain't going nowhere. These ones are going to be for the little bumps on the missing tiles. And the small detail on the missing tiles, it's kind of hard to tell with the bumps there. But there's like little discolored spots on these pieces. There's the albedo is a range of different colors and masks with the gradient map. I just took a random picture of a sky and gave me a good gradient for the different rust colors and the colors of that are actually going over for the shine and everything. Then it goes into a gradient map with the blend. The dirt spots are the actual rust that you see here. The emissive was ambient occlusion mask taken out with thrown in through some levels for an invert. Put it into a gradient map, and that's what gave me my emissive output. I just took a bunch of the parameters around, renamed them just so that we can play with them in the other materials. Thank you very much.